And I am really excited to welcome our next speaker, a former cabinet minister who brought gender equality into new heights in Canada, transforming our Status of Women Committee to the official Ministry of Women and Gender Equality, a two-time top 20 global influencer for gender equality, and now founder and CEO of Onward, the Honorable Maryam Monsef.
Hello everybody, bonjour, anin, salam alaikum. I have no idea how I'm gonna follow Nancy Ruth, but let me begin by acknowledging the privilege it is to stand in a space like this, to have access to a mic, to be able to laugh and to be angry and to call out oppression and to call out discrimination and to celebrate the badass women whose tenacity and creativity and relentless optimism has created the conditions for a refugee like me to put my name on a ballot and be in a place like this, and then to survive politics and come back to a place like this, and to give space and voice to the young Afghan women who now call Canada home. This is a beautiful country, and sadly, there are very few places in the world where the privilege to do what we're doing here tonight still exists. And in my ancestral land of Afghanistan, it is a crime to be a woman. "30 years ago, on Monday, my 30-something-year-old mother landed on Canadian soil with 3 daughters, and it is because of the work that women like Marilou did, because of the work that women in this room did, and so many who are not in this room, that we benefit from the privileges of being a Canadian. That was under Taliban 1.0. Today, Taliban 2.0 continues its gender apartheid, is doubling down on it, and is doing so with impunity. So let me say this, in case I get cut off. 3 things. 1, the status of women, human rights, and democracy in Afghanistan is the canary in the coal mine for the status of women, democracy, and human rights in the rest of the world. If in one corner of the world, a group of men can walk into a state capital, topple a democratically elected government, and undo 2 decades of the global community's effort to enhance democracy and support women's rights, get away with it, in fact, the whole world turns away, then it is more possible, more realistic, that that same event could happen in any corner of the world. 2, no one is coming to help us solve the virus of inequality in Afghanistan or here in Canada or anywhere in the world. It is us. It is us. And it doesn't happen because someone's gonna wake up one day and say, "Oh, we forgot to give the women all the rights." No one woke up one day and said, "Guys, we messed up. We forgot to give the women the right to vote. Guys, we forgot. There's discrimination in the Indian Act. Guys, there's pay inequity, or we need childcare." As that historical overview offers a snapshot, it took pushing and planning and mobilizing and sacrifices and collaboration and the path paved by so many trailblazers like the amazing Jean Augustine to get us to a moment in time where we have some rights, but those rights are not carved in stone, as my former colleague Patty Haidu taught me. And for every step forward, there is backlash, so we must plan for the backlash. And 3, I say this to Afghan women, to my Afghan sisters in Afghanistan and the diaspora, and I say this to all women. Unless and until the day that our men are standing with us, shoulder to shoulder, in strong numbers, with determination, with care, with humility, and with respect, pushing for the rights that those who came before us pushed for, and those who continue to lead the way are pushing for, this virus is going to continue to spread and mutate. And as Pam said, no virus has taken more lives than the virus of inequality. I want to thank the first women of this place I now call home for all you've endured, for all you've survived, for all the ways you've forgiven us for our errors, and for all you've taught us. I'm doing a whole paper on this for my master's at Trent, but let me say, you've taught us, and Afghan women are learning from you, are watching you, about the importance of self-determination, about the importance of storytelling and honoring your language and traditions, about coming together, like Jeanette said, and celebrating the wins and not giving up with the setbacks, that all our relationships matter. To name genocide, to name intergenerational trauma, to honor our connections to the land, water, to one another, to celebrate and bring back matriarchy, to question structures that hold us back, and to remember that we have the capacity to change what holds us down. There are few women in this room who can truly understand what it means to have all your rights taken away. There is about 24 of them that Senator McFedrin has brought together. These are Afghan women who senators and parliamentarians and Canadians brought to Canada after the fall of Kabul to Taliban in 2021. When these women told us that the peace deal is not a peace deal, that it doesn't include them, we didn't hear them. When they told us that this Taliban will be worse than the last Taliban, we didn't believe them. And now that they're here, do we really see them? Have we heard the stories of what it's like to be a 20-something-year-old Afghan here in Canada trying to make it work? Have we heard the story of the gynecologist who's spending years trying to get her credentials recognized, or the dentists and the teachers who are working to give back to this country that they now call home? I have a call to action for you. If you have the privilege of being a parliamentarian, or if you are an activist continuing to move for change, these women are in this room. Senator, we had to bring extra chairs, and we have to have a follow-up conversation with them. P.S., we'll talk about that later. These women are in this room, so go find them, and I've told them to come find you. Give them your card and teach them access to this place and how Parliament works. May I ask, Khwaran Afghan Aziz, can I ask you to stand so that they know who you are and that you are here? They are the most credible witnesses to what's happened in Afghanistan and what continues to happen. And if the status of women in Afghanistan is the canary in the coal mine for the status of women everywhere, then let's hear from these women how we solve it for us here and for the women back home. This May marks my 3rd year as a mother, celebrating Mother's Day. My kid was born in March, Mother's Day. I have the immense honor and the great responsibility to raise a little boy and to make sure that he grows up into a decent man. His favorite new game is having me chase him around the house with a vacuum, pretending like I'm a combine harvester, while he runs around for 20 minutes. I've had to teach him how to use the vacuum so that this doesn't imprint on him, and that's what women do. But maybe the last thing I'll say is this. We women do play a role in how women are raised, or how men are raised, and how women are shaped, and what we accept. But I also want to thank, on that spirit of no one is coming, it's us, Senator McFedrin. You've led by example. When few were paying attention to the plight of Afghan women, when all we could see was the people falling from the airplanes desperate to leave Taliban, few were mobilizing to act and to respond with humanity and with care like you. And so many are here today. Those lives you saved will forever be transformed. The paths you still create to this day for these women and for those who care about them matters. This country is better because of you. And I am so grateful that folks like Dr. Don Laval-Harvard got together on the Senate Advisory Board back in 2015 and made sure that women like you got appointed to Senate, and that today, because of that process that Nancy doesn't like so much, there is now, for the first time in our history, an equal number of women to men in the Senate, if not maybe a few more. So on that note, support those women who stick their necks out for the rest of them. Thank the women who've paved the way for all of us. And please create the conditions for success for those young women who now call this place home. Tashakkur.